Zumex COPEC Ghana, Duncan Amoah. Good evening, Duncan.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for your time. Um, the major OMC, Goil, is selling petrol above 15 Ghana cedis. Did you see this coming? Was this your prediction, and what may have contributed to this?
Well, it is surprising, but not shocking. Not shocking in the extent that oil has, over the past 24 to 36 months, been retailed for regular price that raw 95 products, which with other oil marketing companies, they differentiate and use all kinds of names for. And so if you see oil now adjusting towards where the other OMCs have been selling the special products for, the only explanation there really is that it is not a regular product that they have been selling for regular price. When I push them, the indication I get is that somewhere next week, before next window, they intend to now roll out the regular fuel, which is raw 91, for a little cheaper pricing than the current price that they have rolled onto the market. So that basically is just it. The other OMCs have not gone up so much. You check Star Oil, you check Shell or Vivo, they've just stayed within the 14.46, 14.6 region. For now, it is only gold that seems to have what a lot of people have been talking about today, which is the relatively higher price. And the only explanation I picked from the market leader is that they are simply getting to retail raw 95 fuel, which is of a higher quality or grade to the regular raw 91 that other OMCs supposedly are retailing. And the indication is that by next week, before next window, they are also going to roll out the regular raw 91 to be able to sell for the regular prices that we saw. But for this window, most analysts were looking for some stability in prices in view of the fact that international market benchmarks were indicating an increase for petrol, rightly so, about 2 to 3%, a reduction for diesel, rightly so, about 3%, and a reduction for LPG. Now, for such windows, there's almost always a pricing formula called cross pricing, which says that I would lose on the one that should have gone up. I will gain on the one that I should have reduced for. So I would rather maintain prices and be able to, as it were, break even my numbers so as not to go adjusting from figures. But unfortunately, the market is responding differently, especially with the goal figures we are seeing. This was not forecasted at all.
But should we be seeing fuel prices continue to rise as they are? I'm asking because there have been a number of interventions, including the gold for oil policy. Could this not have bridged the rise in fuel prices locally?
I do think, honestly, that we would need to look at the gold for oil program separately from what Central in recent times is also trying to do. A private refinery has attempted to also give lower figures for the market. Unfortunately, you hear there's a program from the Gold for Oil, and where Boss is now looking to become the sole off-taker for Central. If that is allowed to go through, or if that is allowed to continue, what it will mean is that there's no competition now between Gold for Oil and what Central is putting on the market. And so we will get to a point where one major player, Boss, is controlling prices on the market. And if Boss becomes inefficient, then there will be inefficient prices on the market with no competition. So Gold for Oil is not doing much. The worrying signal now is that fuel has crossed 15, at least for oil. what it will mean is that in the not too distant future, your Citi dollar exchange is likely to also cross 15 in the not too distant future, in a few days to come. If it does cross 15, then you will see a certain reversal of those OMCs now trading around 13, 14 Ghana cedis, all going above 15. So that pressure, I don't know if there's a loop or a cycle. Once fuel goes up, the exchange rate also has a way of simply increasing. And once it increases, it comes back to drag the fuel. Maybe they need to look at, what we can do with the exchange rate. Because if you also look at the prices on the market now, the bigger driver now happens to be the exchange rate. Just 2-3 days ago, your Citi was exchanging to the dollar for around 14.05. As we speak, it's around 14.35, 14.40 for the open market. Once that happens, the petroleum market would now look to adjusting prices in order to be able to break even, so as not to lose and be able to bring back the products or ensure fuel security. So it's a difficult cycle to handle. But we would expect that authorities would now begin to do anything they can to stem the city's depreciation so as not to wake up to a few days from now or the second window today and prices have gone up again. But the writings are clear. We may be headed for 16, 17 in the next trend that is observed is not held, in check.
All right, thank you very much. Grateful for your time this evening. Duncan Amoah is the Executive Secretary of the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers, COPEC Ghana.